Well, my briar enjoyers, let's talk today about Fearbug. Now I'm going to show you the clip of what it does, what it looks like, and then we'll explain it after. Does that not count? Now we have to abide by a timer that is... AD carry player humbly testing me. Fearbug! No! Fearbug! Fearbug! No! Nothing I can do! You guys are so silly. Now you see just how serious it is. If you were hit with any fear in the game, you would have to wait for your frenzy duration to expire, or hit E, or if you guys hit an R, which I know you didn't, you would have to wait for the champion to die, or wait till your next E. And that sucked. Now luckily I come bearing good news. This has been fixed. Ever since Spirit Blossom Map dropped, this is fixed. So it's not happening anymore. And I made this video mostly just as a PSA. If you think this is still in the game, luckily it's not. And feel free to show me proof that it is. Just put in my Discord links in the description. It is what it is. But yeah, this is fixed. And I've tested it today. And I'm actually going to show you a game. Now we have just an awesome high Master so much GM game here, where you get to learn some jungle, and there's a fear on enemy team, and we get to confirm that it's not there. So we have a little bit of good news that I get to bring you, while also having a high-low jungle game for you to enjoy, and just to put people at rest with the fact that this is gone. I look forward to the new bugs we get, because, dude, you can't play Briar and expect this champion to not get a little crazy sometimes. That's her thing, and, you know, roll with the punches, enjoy it. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. See what we can do. Their team does have a fear, so we can definitely check Fearbug, but we already know Fearbug's out of the game, right? People need to know. Now, one of the things that I should have done is when Fearbug hit the game, I should have made like a small, like, hey, this is what I do to combat Fearbug, because it's so aggravating, right? I did that on Reddit. I told people my top 3 ways to deal with it, and I was met with a few users that didn't much agree with, hey man, I don't like how you're trying to get past the problem. Shouldn't Riot just fix it right now? And that felt like they were maybe in the wrong, where they're like, why are you blaming the guy that's trying to help you fix the problem? And also they're like, you know, shouldn't Riot fix this right now? And it's like, well, they're human beings, bro. They're trying their best. Unfortunately, if I don't gank my top laner right now, he's going to feed for the rest of the game. That's how Warwick top works. If it gets ahead, it holds a permafreeze, and then you can never play. So, hit the good timing here. He is barrier, so we're going to have to do that. You do your thing. No fear going on here. Get in the wall. I mean, it's just too easy for someone like me, you know what I'm saying? But lock it in. So, Fearbug, as you can see, doesn't exist no more like that. All right, nice. I pulled the minion wave just for another second to make sure that the wave state stays good for my boy here, because, you know, Warwick still did kill him, but he's in a way better spot than what he was, so good one. But yeah, so the TLDR, sorry, to wrap that story up, is the fact that I posed like, hey, this is what I do to fight Fearbug, and they're like, hey, shouldn't Riot, oh, I hate Riot, they should all, you know what I'm saying, and so I kind of gave up on trying to, like, help the community understand, like, you know, just because something bad's happening doesn't mean you have to, you know, complain about it, man. Just, you know, or rather, you don't have to give up because of it. Feel free to complain about it. Sure, it was annoying. No problem saying it. Fearbug was also a blessing that was the patch that I got Challenger on. So I also don't really agree with any narrative that's like, Fearbug made me quit the champ, or Fearbug, I'm not playing her till then. I'm like, you guys realize that is when I won the most. Which, like, you know, maybe doesn't prove that it didn't matter, but it might go to say that it wasn't as bad as they thought it was. And that was my point, is that, you know, just because some bad stuff happens here and there, doesn't mean you have to give up. That's the last thing you should do, you know? Can I kill here? He did get one. Small fluffy cat might walk through here to get back to lane, so we might look for a kill here. E, auto, W, auto, auto Q, auto W2. It's very important to sequence your autos like that. You need the damage from the extra auto of hitting E, then buffering an auto attack, to have enough damage to full kill someone without a lot of damage early game. So very important. Go back and watch how I sequence my spells and my autos there. Now, because we killed their support, we might have a chance to look bot side. I'm going to assume Jarvan's on my top side because he didn't just help Nami, and he also didn't just come for his camps. So I'm going to err on this side here for a second. Okay, now he's here. Life sucks. It is what it is, I guess. Trying to step forward just to get their team to hit me instead of Elise. Hop to the trap here again. You can hop to anything. And nice. Good. Now this game, they have a ton of squishies, so obviously Titanic will be the GOAT here. Right? Titanic with the auto tech reset and how much damage, like if you did 100 autos, adding another auto tech into that kills people faster than what Bork would when they're squishy. So that's the exact reason. This game, we are definitely going Titanic, no matter what. If Jarvan were to EQ, we would definitely surely catch up to him, and then he's cooked, so. Nice, really good bait. Now it's the same thing here. Now he is level 6. This is not that good for us, I'm not going to lie. My top laner did say he rarely loses, so with high hopes we're able to continue that for him. We might have to buy time. We can definitely kill him here. W bite. Who had better bite there? This dog bite back type stuff. Who's with me? My bad. That wasn't funny. I had my teammate on the wrong key, so I was unable to do as much damage in that burst phase that we had, but ended up pretty good. We've only been feared once this game, but again, you can see that it's gone. But yeah, just you know, for the future, when we get another bug like that, you know, the point is not to give up. The point is to fight through it, man. Because if you can figure out a way to win when you have this, you know, bug that's absolutely ruining your experience, well, imagine when it's gone, right? You're probably just fine. I don't know if he's down for this cause. Yeah. Oh, Warwick is running here. That's the problem. I see it now. He's no ultimate. You go ahead and slide with me here, brother. God forbid Elise could get next to me here. I guess I pulled 4. That was actually 4v3. That's good. Now you got to be careful on this invade, obviously. I'm going to try and use this timer to get some health before I go to this fight with ultimate, because clearly there's no other way to play this game other than fight 24/7, 365. I W up like this so I can aggro to the Krug. It's a little bit off, but that's the idea. Now they're on grubs here. We could definitely look. I want to scout an angle maybe right here. Let's smite this. We missed ult, but we definitely bought some time. I think it's better to actually hit the Warwick here. Fear bug. Nice. Maybe I can't just kill him, but I can at least cut off his exit. Now he'll run to the right here. Shen and I can catch up, so he's dead, and then we'll use the timer like that to kill the grubs. Does my bleed give me the kill? Amateur. Amateur. 15 seconds after damage has been dealt from bleed. That's when you can execute. And you used ultimate. Amateur. Now don't forget, if you want the feat point from this, you need to get 2 of these grubs. You can't just take one and grief the enemy jungler from it. Nope, you gotta do 2 of them. Nice. And once we clear our top side here, we definitely want to start heading for a recall. Because once you get Titanic against a very not tanky, squishy team, that's when your damage amps up. So that's the #1 thing. You could honestly skip doing your Raptors. Like, I know completing the quadrant feels really good. Makes brain happy thoughts. But reality is, you being on the map with your item spike is way more important. You know, so I can actually just run straight at this dragon and start forcing this. But yeah, so that was the main thing to definitely note, is that Fearbug Got me challenger, by the way. Challenger. Yeah, highest rank in the game. While also just like really, showing Briar players that, you don't have to, just because life gets hard doesn't mean give up. That's the whole point. The whole point is when life gets hard, get harder. Who's with me on that? So yeah, what I was doing to combat it is just buy tenacity and cooldown reduction often to make sure that, one, I have tenacity so I can see if fear actually bugged my W, and then ability haste to always have, more E uptime. And, that was just my solution to it, and other people added tons of different other ways to deal with it. That was just how I did. But again, man, don't just give up, man. That's not the play. It's just, and it'll never be the play. So yeah, I thought I'd take this time to just say, like, hey, it's already out of the game. But when you play a champion like Briar, there's just no way. There's just no way that you think this champion's going to stay bugless 24/7, 365. Like, grow up. Grow up. So yeah, I thought I would take this time to just have this conversation a little bit. Because, it definitely did force people to lose. And there's nothing wrong with complaining about that, but it's just giving up. I don't know. So it sat with me in a bad way, so I wanted to take time to talk about it. But yeah, that was it. Now this game's going pretty well. I guess we can talk about League here. We got, we have a solid early game. We're not over dying for our team, and we're not over farming either. Just basic understanding of how Warwick Top works, where when Warwick Top isn't hard snowballing, it's not that great of a pick. It wants to fight you, use barrier, get a kill, and then stand at turret and just heal off minions with his passive. And if it can't do that, then it's just a bad skirmisher, which is good for you, right? Especially when having Shen. The Shen will change a team fight real quick. Now, we know Jarvan's here, but I have high hopes that we can just win this fight by walking at this guy. So he's trying to fear us, so we're going to put him into the wall for that. And if he times his Q well enough, one sec, let me buffer my ult into his ult. We're going to overheal this. It's not going to be close. One good thing Briar can always do is when you're down spells, right, you use WQ and E. All you have is ultimate. If you think you're going to get CC'd, use the ultimate, bro. It's better to be, like, flying in oftentimes can, flying in can suck sometimes in a fight because you're just standing there and you're doing the animation. But if you were already stunned, you were already doing nothing, so you might as well use ult to get some value out of it, and it gives you more stats. You get to do more damage, 35 armor and MR, lifesteal when you come out of it. It's sick. So yeah, if you're ever just standing there with no spells and you're about to get CC'd, go ahead and just shoot that R. I don't know, man. I played a lot of fighting games in my day, and you can look at Briar like fighting games so simply. So that's probably one of the main reasons that this champ clicked with me so easily. Now we are doing Squishy Killer build this game. Squishy Killer build is where you just don't go the Black Cleaver second. What you do is you pivot to Sundered Sky second, right? For those of you that already know this, sorry that you have to hear it again. You pivot into this. This is a higher damage and better skirmishing build, while also staying in the Bruiser class without lacking stats. So, like right here, right? They don't have any armor built at all. So if I would have just finished Black Cleaver there, like, but it's Sundered Sky. Now I have this skirmishing item that will actually heal me too, while also providing the same damage, if not more, depending on the ratio of base armor to Black Cleaver and Sundered Sky's proc, giving me a critical strike. Now, when you get super far ahead in a game like this, the main thing to do is start taking all their camps, right? Because their camps are worth double. And if Jarvan, level 8, were to walk to his blue buff right now, what would happen? Exactly, right? So that's obvious why they're not doing that. I'm not going to lie, this game seems like FF. We have winning everything. It is what it is, man. Juggle diff. Excuse me, brother. Just kidding. Oh, he had that, though. It would take, like, at least 2 of our computers completely crashing for us to lose this match. Can we win the 2v3? We can try. Alright, this guy's definitely trolling. I'm gonna tap E. I'm pretty sure he just dies. Now, me winning this is really, really low chance. Excuse me, sorry. Hey, see you guys. It's been real, though. Another Warwick Chase clip, huh? You guys are gonna give me another free clip, huh? In the wall? Thanks. Silly guys. Oh, if I don't get E, I'm cooked. Ah! Oh my god, whatever. I greeted, man. I stood in the bush because I was like, I need to not show till I have my E. But then it was getting so far that if you were to hop out of the bush, right, he has a better counterplay by being able to set up his E and Q. So, it is what it is. 2 more seconds of cooldown reduction would be good. Now, technically, for all my W backseaters, by the way, had I had Black Cleaver there with the 20 ability haste, I would have had E up to buffer both of them into Jarvan's wall, stunted Sky proc Jarvan, and kill him there. So, sometimes, it is what it is. But yeah, that was good. So yeah, hopefully, all that makes sense. Talking about the bug again. It's out of the game, but it was worth bringing up because so many people, man, they made so much about it, and nah, man, don't let your challenges define you, man. It is what it is. Oh, I didn't get to honor. But yeah, so yeah, there you go. Have a good one. Thank you.